All right. Thanks to you at home for joining me right now. I am your host, Devon, and I am the host of Center of the Sun podcast. And I just woke up. And I just wanted to come to and talk to you. How are you doing? I got some notes. I'm in my notes this morning. I stay up in Staples. I stay up in there just working on my sales, just trying to get my sales. But I love a back to school sale. I love a notebook and a pen. But I wanted to talk about you today. I wanted to talk about the aspects of self that you may have overlooked. So, we live in a dichotomy. We live in a world where people want to like put you in a box and want to be like, he's a boy, she's a girl, you wear blue, you wear pink, da 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 da. But is that the way that everything should be? Is that the way that we should be living? I don't think that is. I think that is the source of a lot of negativity in our society. I believe that unity is more of a realization, coming to that realization that we are greater than just like our bodies, but unity is a realization and not an action. And I think a lot of people, they misperceive what they think unity should be and like what 5D ascension is, like especially like in the media and on like YouTube specifically. People are hijacking freaking 5D ascension, and I'm so pissed. I'm like, how dare you take my shit? But they're making it like a whole like conservative talking point thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What you're not realizing is that negativity in society is largely the product of nature. And the more we tell nature, I've done podcast episodes talking about what's his face? Bruce Lipton, Dr. Bruce Lipton. He talks about how we are signaling to nature that everything is terrible. And I believe nature is signaling back in the form of spirits, in the form of whatever. It's giving us messages back. And I feel like when you're disjointed, you're not interpreting those signs correctly, and you're not even realizing that nature and God is nature too, that is speaking to you through nature. So that's something you may want to realize. We live in a dichotomy in our culture, in our society, so that permeates inside of us as well. So you need to like pay attention to that. My notes here. Let me look here. Let me look at my notes here. So we are polarized, and most people prefer good, but some people prefer to do bad. And when I say good and bad, that's another dichotomy. That's another system that we live in our society. When I say we're polarized, I'm also implying that regardless of how we choose, the good and the bad resides in us in equal measure. Like that's very important to realize. And you're not all good. You're equal good and bad. That's the gag. That's 5D ascension. Like, this is not about a Barack Obama. It's not about Donald Trump. It's not about aliens. It's not about the reptilians. It's not about angels. It's not about Nirvana. It's not about this. It's about you realizing that you have to unite the good and the bad, the black and the white, the up and the down. You create that value. You create the value. You have to unite those things, and don't let society imply that what is happening out here, because we need sometimes, and this is the thing. This is where the balance comes, because it's like, okay, well, fuck the Matrix, like fuck everything, but it's like, no, we need it. This is our world, but it's not the only part of the world, and we shouldn't focus solely on the physical aspect of life. Like, religions talk about this all the time. Like, you should not be a part of the world, like 100%. Like, you should definitely survive. You should definitely do what you got to do, and you should definitely make what you got to make. But at the end of the day, you are a supreme being, girl. Like, get it together. You the gag though. So anyway, when we look at people, we know people are having trouble with this because people are curating their lives. Like social media is the best example of that. I'm That's why I'm trying to come to you live in color, just straight from my freaking house, like not uncurated, unadulterated, because that's the wave of the future. That's what 5D Ascension is. People are going to start looking for less curation. And that's why Pinterest is like on fleek, because like everybody and their mom can like curate something, and it's like, no, we just like the ability to like connect with our friends through the method of curation. So people curate their lives, people curate their face, they curate their makeup and their clothing and their backgrounds, and they present false. They present something that may be fake or something that may not be the entire truth. But it is a false presentation. It's not whole. So as much as we can love the world, we know just by people's personalities and stuff like that, that everything out here is not whole. But we know for a fact that everything inside of us can be whole. That is another realization. That is another aspect of self that I want you to like take with you today. You also can be whole inside. Anything else is unsustainable. And it's very sad to realize that, but it just is. And let me look at my notes here. Let me look at the notes, okay? Haven't you ever wanted to be someone who's comfortable in their own skin? Like, I don't know. Like, just think about it. I don't know. Haven't you ever wanted to be someone that's comfortable in their own skin? How are people able to accomplish comfort in their own skin? Like, how am I able to like not care what anybody says about me, or like what they want me to do, or like how they want me to act, or like who they want me to have sex with, or whatever it is? Like, haven't you ever wanted to be comfortable in your own skin? How are people able to accomplish that? Like, they are people that are able to accomplish comfort in their own skin have an introspective relationship with themselves. It's that simple. That's what my notes say anyway. You have to go home